right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash.
How is the Most High's name in ancient Hebrew? All right, the true name of the Heavenly Father. All right, whose son Yahweh Shai. All right, who the world called Jesus Christ. All right, Yahweh Shai is his real name, man. All right, Kakwadash is the Holy Spirit. Ancient Hebrew. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Salute on the chief brothers out there preaching the word, serving the truth. All right, we're out here once again. You know, the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, coming to proclaim the downfall of this wicked ass society. All right, this wicked ass society is under the guise the guise of the so-called white man, which is Esau Edom. All right, and we're coming out here to prophesy the downfall. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you're the Most High's chosen people. All right, and the Lord gave you law, statutes, commandments for you to return back to. All right, and pray to Him, man, and repent to Him. All right, but we're gonna get into to Isaiah 19. All right, which is prophecy. All right, in America, you know, this society, especially America, is being broken down, man. And once, you know, when this society starts to break down, which it is, you know, it's going to become very tumultuous out here in the streets, man.
Yep.
All right, it's going to become very dangerous, very scary. Okay, the Most High Yahweh, whose son Yahweh Shah gave, you know, the prophets visions of the end times, man. All right, and when they received these visions, they were sick to their stomach. All right, so we're bringing out the visions from the prophets through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. So Isaiah 19.
It's Isaiah 19 at the top, and it reads, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the
All right,
Lord."
the burden of Egypt. Where's the modern day Egypt? Here in America, man. All right, America is known as ancient Babylon. All right, Egypt. Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, ancient Rome, Greece. All right, Nineveh. All right, all the ancient pagan empires that's written in this book. America adopts all the laws. I mean, the philosophies, the laws, the you know, the ideas. You know, symbolism. You know, so this place America. Man. All right, so Egypt is known as America.
The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, rideth upon a swift cloud.
And that cloud represents the Lord's coming back in His chariots. All right, but before then, it gets into the you know, there's times that's coming before Yahweh Shai is lead up. All right, to when He comes in the chariots to deliver His people and destroy the wicked. Got it?
Continuing.
And the wicked are you so-called white people. All right, you other nations, and you 2/3. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, because when the Lord comes back, he's lasering all y'all motherfuckers up. He's only saving His elect, which is 144,000, 1/3. They're gonna be delivered. Got it?
And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at His presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Yep.
And all set.
Oh yeah, that shit. When the Lord comes back, hey, it said men's hearts are failing for fear. It was that heart attacks, strokes and shit. When these people see the chariots, all right, you see the Yahweh Shai and angels come back. You know, people are already bugging out, especially the government. The government already bugging out, seeing the angels.
Letting it be unknown who's operating the vehicles, they already bugging out. Wait till they see who's actually operating and who they coming back to save.
They have witnesses that have seen what they would perceive to be black men.
Yep.
Tall as fuck.
Yep.
You know, with an angelic appearance, man.
I like what the brother brought out in that the after camp lesson with the apostles. He said they had the appearance of they had never been conquered. You know, we look defeated. America looked, especially in America, looked defeated. You know, third world countries, Jake looked defeated. But to have somebody show up with that type of look and confidence,
Power.
the world with power, you ain't never seen that before out of Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans yet. Okay, it's not the same as walking in the ring undefeated as walking in America or onto a new land undefeated.
Now the scriptures tell you that the angels, they excel in strength. You know, so that's why they walk around, you know, with that bold countenance to them.
Yeah.
I mean, these are celestial beings. You know, these are they can come from the spiritual realm and appear like a man on earth. So yeah, that of course, you know.
You're not bound to these earthly habitations and rules either. You got it, bro.
Real quick, if I could add a quick precept to that, and then you can go right back. It's 2nd Ezra 13, verse 3. And it says, "And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him."
Yeah, so that man that waxed strong was Yahweh Shai. All right? And those that be with him is going to be the angels, man. And the Lord is in the chariots, man. And the chariots don't have, the basic mechanics as terrestrial vehicles, which is cars, trucks, airplanes, helicopters,
Tanks.
you know. The chariots don't work like that, man. It's all through the spirit, man. You know, we can't tell you the fucking ins and outs, you know, the specifics of it, you know.
They say this though, and Apostle Tahar kind of mentioned it. Man on earth has created vehicles that fly in the air to do this, like propulsion, and then kind of glide like that. And then even the helicopters that kind of move around a little bit like this. But they ain't never seen it go sideways, up, left, down, light speed, stop on a dime, go in the water, come up out of water, doing all these other things. You don't see it doing all of that. So this is otherworldly technology.
It's not bound into this realm.
Right.
You know? It doesn't have to follow the laws of physics
Yep.
or gravity
Yep.
or all these different subjections that the terrestrials are. I have that word glory from 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter.
Let me say this really quickly, Salaki, bro. I just want to say it really quickly to tie it into what you're going into. And this is just one of the things that's leading to the destruction of this place. Some of the sights and the prophecies of things to come that this place is going to have to deal with. They're not as these military Edomites are concerned with. They're going to have to fight these things. Okay? When it can do all of these things, disappear, reappear, shapeshift, all kinds of things, you got to deal with that type of power. Okay, so you should be scared. And if you ain't right, if you a Jake and you not right with Yahweh Shema Shai, you got to deal with these things too. Y'all got it.
Hey, those Romans that were putting the Lord to the cross, you know, they're back.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to see the man.
Yeah.
You got more on it? The whole 13th chapter basically gets into, 2nd Ezra 13 basically gets into when Yahweh Shai comes back.
The war in heaven.
Yeah, I brought it out because of going back to Isaiah 19, where it talks about the heart of Egypt shall melt because of in the mist. So pretty much just that proud American, you know, we dominate the world. We can't be defeated. When Yahweh Shai comes back, that whole energy is going to be changed. They're going to really show that they really fear the higher power. Right now, they don't fear him. So the Lord going to have to come with his glory to get his just reverence, man.
That's one of the big reasons why they're so proud.
Yeah.
You know, because they can complain and bitch and whine about their government all day, but one thing they'll boast about is their military.
Yep.
How they're able to go anywhere in the world and take shit from people. You know?
Yeah, and in 2nd Ezra 13, you know, the Lord's coming back from the east to the west. So, you know, that specific chapter, you know, those military troops in the Middle East, you know, they're gonna turn their arms, they're gonna turn from fighting each other, you know, to fight the Lord and the angels, man. All right.
Back in Isaiah 19, at the top it says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I'll set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor."
All right, now what's that talking about? That's talking about civil war. All right, the Egyptians, basically you Americans, you're gonna be fighting against each other, man. You already see in between the Democrats and Republicans, you already see, a rivalry. Beef between two parties, man.
Conservative and the liberal.
Also, it's beef between Republicans and Republicans, Democrats and Democrats. So the Lord is setting all kinds of divisions in the so-called white man's governmental infrastructure. All right.
Hey, real quick, if I can try to look for it, but I got an alert not too long ago where it says that basically the headline was white Christian nationalism is a threat to U.S. democracy.
Let's say they're conservative.
Conservatives,
Yep.
they're pretty much a threat to U.S. democracy. You see they're pushing that narrative because the past, like back to June, they was pushing that whole rainbow LGBTQ crap, and you saw a lot of propaganda being used in that whole thing. And then you saw the Christians responding to it, Christians showing up at these pride walks and shit, trying to preach the scriptures, condemning homosexuality, getting arrested. So they were using that as a means to throw that propaganda out there that, hey, look at these people. They're toxic. Their ideology is toxic. We need to question the Bible. The Bible is toxic. You see the narrative that they're running.
I want to add, if a brother could look up the word democracy, and that conservative versus the conservative democracy versus democracy argument is really conservative or biblical or moral, or all the synonyms that should go with that word, conservative, right? Or right, or natural, right? Versus liberal, or democracy, which is liberal, which is lawless, which is anarchic. I don't know if that's the right word, but basically anarchy goes into that word, and it's just do without will. Once you start breaking these words down, you can start to see what they're really pushing. Why do you think they got Jake mainly pushing after democracy, mainly pushing for liberalism? Jake is supposed to be the most conservative people on the planet.
They used to be conservative.
Used to be, but they've turned them around to where they're pushing this whole liberal idea. I don't know if anybody has that. You were gonna say something?
Once we read down in the chapter, that whole democracy thing is gonna be a thing of the past.
Right. If you got the word though.
This is on Google. It says this is democracy, a system of government by the whole population or all the eligible members of a state, typically elected representatives.
Well, that's bullshit because the elected officials are selected. Selected by who? The elites of the society. All right, which are the elite bankers. I'm gonna throw out some names: Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, Bilderbergs.
Learn those names,
etc. You have a few more. You have families that don't even people don't even know about.
Yep. Also, part of that is said by the people, like the whole body of people. It's a damn bold-faced lie. It sold our people into thinking they had voting power. They've sold our people into thinking that they had a stake in this land over here. If there's democracy, that the people actually get a choice. But as the brother just broke down for you, it's the elites at the top that give you that illusion, while all the time controlling things on a dictatorship.
And it was the elites that created civil rights and all that. Because the regular Edomite, he didn't want to be sharing the same whatever with you.
Right, he wants to be above.
His point was, I want to be away from these people, But the elites were like, no, we gotta integrate them.
Yep.
Create confusion, man.
Yeah, that's all snares and traps from so-called white men,
Is there a better definition than that? Could he hit this? And then you go right to it?
It's an etymology of the word democracy. It says government by the people, system of government in which the sovereign power is vested in the people as a whole exercising power, directly or by elected officials.
Right, that's a lie. It ain't about the people.
Yeah, you can say that, you know, it was democracy in the Roman Empire. That's bullshit, because you had families back in the Roman Empire was running the whole shit. You know,
For you brothers, just us talking about the. Well, I don't want to give the clue away, but talking about what we're talking about. What's the scripture that comes to mind? I was thinking in Revelation.
yeah, you quoted
He quoted
about
already?
Democrats, Republicans, Flavian,
Yeah.
and Patricians.
Exactly. Revelation
scripture is that?
13.
Oh yeah.
What's that, like the 15th verse? I think it's somewhere right around there. Maybe 12th verse. Right up in there. But spake as a dragon. Two horns like a lamb, but spake as a dragon. That's showing you it's the two-party system. So going back to Civil War, the two-party system, but it's divided, but it's still of the same beast or the same ideals from the same animal.
Yeah, anti-Messiah.
Yeah, that's the whole push of it. It's still anti-Messiah.
Even say conservative Republicans. Conservative goes back to the scriptures.
Yep.
You know, it basically means morals. You know, and where do you get your morality from the law of the Lord, man? Right. All right, but you Edomites, so-called white people, you Edomites, you can't be moral, man. Right. You can't be conservative. It's not in your spirit to be conservative. All right, only the Israelites can be conservative, or have a shot of being a conservative.
Right. Yeah, now just whatever you got.
This is Mark chapter 3, and I'll start at 24.
Yep.
It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Right. Hey, that's why you see America going down the tubes, man. You see homeless people laying on the corner and shit, drugged out on the corner, man, looking like zombies, man. All right. You got your paper currency system going down the tubes. People barely surviving, man. Working 2-3 jobs, man. Still can't. Still barely surviving. You know.
Still below the poverty line, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't afford a $400 emergency.
Yep.
If something came up and you had to cough up $400 or something like that, you can't even do it.
That shit break.
Your military people, your veterans, homeless, drugged out.
Yeah.
Those are the signs of a fallen kingdom. The destruction of the family household.
Yep.
You know, pushing LGBTism. You know, that's the signs of a falling empire, man. That's right. And the Lord said in division, because He wants this place to fall. Got it?
It says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
House of Republicans, House of the Democrats, Senate House, White House.
It says, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end.
Joe Biden, Satan, Donald Trump, Satan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, hey, they divided amongst themselves.
Yeah.
American Edomites are Satan, Russian Edomites are Satan.
Thank you.
You know?
I was gonna make a quick analogy with what you're saying. Think about what they're actually doing. Let's start with Joe Biden, right? What is he trying to do? Trying to make it seem like he's making the people equal, but he's destroying this whole country, right? Which is bad, right? Well, that's what you people think. Well, what is Donald Trump trying to do? He's trying to save this place and keep it going forever, which is really bad for you if you really understand. The further we are from this place being destroyed, the further we are from our salvation and living in rulership. So it's a bad situation either way. At least one of them has an end. We just like Donald Trump because he speaks the true shit and he's ready to press buttons. You know, he's ready to kick shit off if it come to that.
Right. Donald Trump more than animated.
Yeah, you know, TV personality.
Hey, that other dude that's running for president for the Republicans from Florida, DeSantis, that dude is like Nero, man. That dude is draconian.
Yeah.
If you hear what he's talking about, what he's gonna start doing,
Yeah.
real harsh.
Yeah.
Hey, we're about to read it. We got to get into it. Isaiah 19. That's a heavy chapter with prophecy of America.
governor. That was pretty much they're trying to come up with their own military outside of
Texas governor Abbott's.
They was talking that a few years back.
Yeah,
they want to
they want their own sovereign military aside from the U.S. military.
Yeah.
What's the other dude running? Kennedy.
Oh yeah, I
Kennedy.
seen him, yeah.
Yeah, he's speaking a whole lot of smooth things.
Yeah.
They talking about how they're gonna bring harsh judgments to people that break the law. You know, people that come here illegally, all that, man. And that's going to Jake, because who's out of control right now?
Jake.
It's the youth of the Negro, Latino, and Native American, man. Out of control, you know?
Just to add with what you're saying, and here's the thing that for you Jakes don't understand. That's actually a good thing that you bring law, or harsh judgment to law, make you not break the law. But we know that their system ain't set up with us in mind to understand
It's
the
not
conditions
run
we're
by
in.
this laws.
Yeah,
Ultimately,
they're not
you know?
ruling by this law.
Yeah, so they're gonna
Right.
enforce their wicked judgments on them.
Yep. So
on
if
our
they don't
people.
like you, they can put a charge on you. Now man, we've seen that throughout this country. This is the MO of this country. So none of the laws, even though it sounds like a good thing, make people stop being criminals. Well, what's causing our people to be criminals? Not enough money, below the poverty line. You're not giving us the right kind of jobs that work for us. You're giving us false hope and all these social women type jobs to men, you know, and then no one's doing the man jobs. You know, so it goes a lot deeper, but at the end of the day, all this is setting up for this society to be destroyed, for this land to be wiped off the planet, to be not the problem in the earth no more. Okay? And none of you other nations have the solution. Only the Heavenly Father, by sending His Son back with the angels, have the solution. Y'all got it, bro.
It's back in Isaiah 19.
You done with that, Mark?
2. And all set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Civil War 2.0. You got it.
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof.
Oh yeah, proud to be in America. That shit gonna fail.
It's already
United we
starting to
stand,
fail.
divided we fall.
It's
man.
already failing. Like you got Edomites that are complaining about how they went from being, middle class families with good, very, very good paying jobs. They was able to take vacations. They was able to pay their mortgage. They had
Businesses.
all that, man.
They had everything.
401ks.
Vacations, and shit, yeah.
And now they have to pretty much live with their parents now to make ends meet, to have a roof over their head. You know, like it's now they're complaining like this ain't it.
Yeah,
And it's only gonna get worse.
it's this new generation of Edomites that are like really can't afford shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're like your brother said, they're moving back in with their parents, man. Which, hey, that's a sign that shit ain't right.
This is after a college degree.
You know,
Yeah.
after most people nowadays know that that's only a debt. Like, you know, why go to college, man? Because you're only gonna fall into a debt that you can't get yourself out of. You know.
I'm not saying America just got downgraded to AA+. The credit, so that's just going to bring up more interest rates, everything else, make it more worse and worse.
Nobody's gonna bail them out.
Its credit score went down.
Yeah, they do business with you. Just like if you have a default on a payment or something, you know, a loan or something that you got going on, creditors or whoever don't really want to deal with you. Well, that's these other nations. They don't really want to deal with America. Y'all ain't A1 no more, man. Y'all ain't triple. You know, y'all ain't got that high score no more. So we don't know if you gonna pay or not. So we can't. So we gotta charge you more, which means you're gonna charge the people more, which means it just keeps passing down. If we decide to even do business with you.
Right.
Yeah, and at least set up a credit system. They tell you they haven't cooked the second time. It's thick clay. You know, that heavy debt, that credit system. You know, so this man runs his society under debt, credit. Credit means faith. All right, faith in the currency. All right, there's no faith in the currency. All these stupid ass Americans have faith in the currency, which that's gonna be a beautiful thing. That's gonna be your stumbling block. All right, let's go back to that.
back in Isaiah 9, it's like a 19:3. It says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I'll destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols."
Destroy the counsel thereof, all your counsels. You know, goes back to Job. You know, counsels that the elites are being, you know, basically preparing the NWO shit. You know,
It says, "And I'll destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards."
yeah, so all these politicians and shit, they fucking they worship, you know, Molech, these other Babylonian gods. All that shit gonna fail, man. All right, the Lord gonna pull back his demons and give you answers. He ain't gonna have no answers. All right, the Lord's coming back for destruction, and he's gonna set destruction on the land.
If I may, real quick, get a quick brief. Jeremiah 50 and 2. It says, "Declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Marduk is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces."
Yeah. So all that faith in these Babylonian gods that you people might worship, man, you know, they're gonna fail. They're gonna fail. You know, the Babylon's known as America as well.
It's Isaiah 47, and this is verse 13. It says, "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee." It says, "Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before thee." Now I have it in NLT.
That's a bad situation.
It don't look
For those
good,
that were-
man.
Yeah, it used to be a lucrative top spot to be basically a witch for this place Babylon for the elite freedom. Now you failing, and what did Pharaoh do? When matter of fact, when you go back to a lot of these kings and rulers that gave out prophetic dreams, and when their warlocks failed, they put them to death. That was kind of the sentence on you ain't no good to me now. And that's what's coming to the ones that rule in this place. You know, they're in that position in this place. Good for nothing.
I got in NLT, this is 47:12. It says, "Now use your magical charms, use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good."
Hey, you know that's true because Washington D.C. was built up on a fucking pentagram, man. So that's how you tell, you know, this whole fucking America, especially D.C., is fully satanic, man. You know,
It's filled with a bunch of pagan symbols,
back of your dollar bill, pagan symbols.
which is all to invoke, you know, spells, spirits. You know, it's nothing but witchcraft all around us.
Trying to get wisdom and wickedness, man. You know, because like it says, let all your shit work. Let's use your magic.
Yeah.
Well, let your NASA, let your DARPA, all your agencies that you use to modify weather, all that, man. Use all that. Let's see if that can get you out of this. It's not going to be able to.
This is,
What was the name of the one dude? He got old and he ended up in a wheelchair, but he was like
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to say they didn't denounce the Most High or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, you can't even
be
get out
that
the,
smart. Yeah.
you can't even get out of the fucking wheelchair.
You know, that in itself should tell you something.
The smartest man in the world, bro.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? He
Was
thinks out his
in a
own
wheelchair, couldn't talk.
The Lord made his ass dumb as fuck.
It's just like you can't even make
said
that
denounce
up.
the Most High.
So he could
That nigga just communicate even talk. You could have to communicate through a little computer shit.
This is 12. It says, "Now use your magical charms, use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. All the advice you have received has made you tired. Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions each month? Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds."
Hey, Noah Harari,
Yeah.
making bold predictions by 2070, by 2050, this and that.
30.
You know, what is he gonna do?
They talking that same nonsense. Yeah, we can transcend the beliefs of God with some new ideas that not even God in all his writings have been able to. What? So
Wow.
you're saying, right? So you're saying you're gonna try to outthink the Most High? Get out of here, man.
You know?
He made you too, fool.
Satan called Schwab.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do, man? He's gonna be running scared to those dumps. You know?
He'll lower lead. They might leave his ass.
They might leave his ass.
Yep.
Nah, I think you gotta look smart.
It says, but they are like straw burning in a fire. They cannot save themselves from the flame. You will get no help from them at all. Their hearth is no place to sit for warmth.
Yeah, the spirit of Egypt gonna fail, man. That's it.
There's no comfort for him.
This back in Isaiah 19, and this is 4. It says, the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord.
Uh-oh. Hey,
talking
I was
about
looking
that.
at a Robert Kiyosaki video. He basically said, once the society started breaking down and hyperinflation sets in, he gets into all the debt and the flood back into America from these countries not using the dollar. All right. Once that happened, that's going to start the acceleration phase to hyperinflation. All right. So, knowing history, hyperinflation, Weimar Republic. What did that transpire to? Adolf Hitler being rulership, man. He was a dictator. Okay, he was a cruel lord, man. So once America gets into its hyperinflation, what's going to happen? A cruel lord is going to be set up. And Robert Kiyosaki said, no more democracy. He said, a harsh dictator is going to rule this place, man. Yeah, and he's totally right, because that refers back to Isaiah 19. So you people get ready for a cruel. It ain't gonna be no fucking democracy. You ain't gonna be voting no goddamn more. That whole dog and pony show bullshit.
I heard, I want to say it was Klaus Schwab or somebody said that after 2024, it's going to be no more elections.
Yeah, that's it. And prophecy, yeah. I love it.
So there goes your democracy, because he just read the definition and suppose democracy was
It's supposed to be the people.
elected by the people.
The people.
Yeah.
These people ain't gonna have no say.
It's gonna be like a global government,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna put like governors in every freaking area. That's a Roman Empire.
You took it out of my mouth, bro.
And let's not forget, it's going to be technocratic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have, the dictator and people that's enforcing, their unrighteous decree. And everything's going to be regulated through the internet of all things. Where they're going to have everything locked down, everything monitored and watched. So they will be able to impose that type of control over.
Goddamn robots, weaponized robots, robot dogs, drones every damn where. Hey,
They showed you that in China. China, just look at when you want to think about how things are going to really be here in the States, just look at China. It's already in the fruition over there. They literally have like certain places you can't be if your status under the social credit system is a certain color. Like they have the technology to where it'll show you even on a map if you're around somebody who's on a blacklist. It flashes their face and their information about them.
Yeah. It's like an Amber Alert.
Yeah.
For regular people that just make bad decisions.
Yeah.
And you can affect your status by even just being in
Around them.
vicinity of them.
Yeah.
God.
So that's a straight up prison world.
God. Another thing about China, when you look at the infrastructure of the public, basically the middle class down, the buildings that they live in all have cages on their windows.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Showing you that it's really a prison population, basically.
But they I don't want to say they implemented that, but they implemented a lot of that during
Yeah.
the 19.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, 'cause they had
It was intended for that.
they had extreme lockdowns over there.
Yeah. It was all intended for it, you know.
And just like what happened in, or what's happening in Ukraine, because when it's a state of emergency, Zelensky, he withheld the election to continue because it's a state of emergency. So the U.S. could do the same shit, man. You know?
Oh, yeah, I can't read that in NLT.
Isaiah 19 and verse 4 in the NLT. I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master. A fierce king will rule them, says the Lord of heaven's armies.
Yeah, that's a layman's term for you people that's don't really understand the KJV. You know, so the Lord is gonna set up a harsh king, man. You know? You got more on that? Read that one more time, I'll show you.
It says, I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master.
A hard, cruel master. Go ahead.
A fierce king will rule them, says
And
the
when was the
Lord.
last time we heard that word master in popular use? Slavery. So that's showing you the type of technological slavery that the people will be under.
It says the Lord of heaven's armies.
Yep. Yep.
All right, this is back in the KJV, verse 5. It says, and the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up.
Actually, read that in NLT.
It says the waters of the Nile will fail to rise and flood the fields.
Now, basically, here in America, you got rivers. You got the Mississippi River, Colorado River. You got different rivers. Right?
Missouri River.
Yep.
You got rivers
Rio
up
Grande.
Hudson. You got in a lot of those. We're about to go into it, how the rivers supply
Yeah.
water supply.
And vegetation.
Vegetation.
But they're all drying up. Even the mighty Euphrates is drying up over there.
Yeah.
So
A lot-
this
a
is
lot
something worldwide.
A lot of bodies of water, the levels has been increasing a lot, like drastic.
Either that or they're contaminated.
Both.
Yeah. So the Lord's gonna dry up the rivers, man. Yeah. Good.
The riverbed will be parched and dry.
The riverbeds will be partially dry. Good.
The canals of the Nile will dry up,
Yep.
and the streams of Egypt will stink with rotten seas and rushes.
Oh man, you ain't gonna have nothing growing here, man.
Yeah.
The Lord cursed this fucking place. Right? This is the land of the curse, man. The valley of the shadow of death. Nothing ain't gonna grow here, man. The Lord's doing it now. You watch the news. Lake Mead and fucking dried up. Different lakes in America dried up. Go ahead.
I got a quick one. Jeremiah 50 and 38. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols.
Yeah, the Lord's taking away your crops, man. Your crops, your meat, because you need water to survive, man. Everything needs water to survive, right? Even these machines need water, man. So the Lord's taking that away from this place. This place is a cursed land, all right? And that's ultimately His judgment. The Lord is visiting this place, man.
Right.
Beautiful. I want to make a quick thought that kind of crossed my spirit right now. When we came into ancient Egypt, what brought us into ancient Egypt? Famine. The dearth, The same thing that's going to be going on when we leave it out.
And in this scripture, it speaks of the Nile. Of course, we're in the modern day Egypt, but the Nile was a main part of Egypt's commerce. Everything. Nile was like it was everything for Egypt.
It gave the vegetation to the center of the land.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Mississippi.
Travel, trade.
Which is the breadbasket of this place.
Mm-hmm.
But they already thought they didn't have the answer with GMO.
You know how they say the sea levels dropping or rising? These ports could literally, the sea could just go away.
Yeah. And
Enough distance for the ship not be able to
can't come in. Yeah.
know?
In that heavy cargo. You're right.
And that's what happened when that Mississippi River dried up in last year October, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those ships, I believe they said like 1,500 ships were basically stuck in that mud, man, which stopped a bunch of business.
Imagine how long it's gonna have to rain, consecutively, pretty much flood this place to get these water levels back to levels that we're used to seeing, like even over here at the Hoover Dam. You down there, swim across that shit down there. You know what I mean? Like,
In the Midwest, he said it has to flood, but in the Midwest, when it floods, what does it do? It destroys the crops.
destroy
So
it.
it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, you can't have too much water.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 15
Yep.
and verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten
There
with
go that Egypt again. Yep. Talking about America. Go ahead.
shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
Mm-hmm.
They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell and with fearful constellation.
That's it. Yeah. Break that down. Yep. Bringing out these precepts, man, was go down in here in America, man. You know, it's gonna be an ugly sight, man. You know, but hey, but the Lord gonna protect His elect, because the Lord says He's gonna feed His elect. All right.
You got it.
I was going back to that scripture where it talks about the constellations
Yep.
as going into the extreme weather.
Yep.
You know, the fact that I'll say the past 2 to 3 years, America's been having real wild ass extreme weather, and we all know that. You know, Esau for the most part, he has a hand in some of that extreme, those extreme patterns,
Yeah.
because he has this weather modification technology, which really goes back to the sword of the Most High.
Yep.
And the Most High ultimately is using him to cause, you know, this extreme weather. But we've been having so much ridiculous weather, and it has caused a tremendous effect on your farmlands. You know, it ruined a lot of farmland all throughout the land, man.
Right.
Your cornfields, you know, your wineries, you know, your like the vineyards. A lot of shit has been getting destroyed, man. Constant floods, constant tornadoes, landslides,
Wildfires.
all that.
And in that in the scripture, it also goes into being a cluster of things happening at one time.
Yeah.
You know, we can take certain precautionary measures, you know, with storms or you know, with pollution, you can filter the water. So the Lord is gonna bring like multiple things at once, so it ain't gonna be no way around. You ain't gonna be able to.
Going back to what's that, Amos, the 5th chapter? It says you escape one situation, then another one's gonna happen, then that situation, you barely make it out of that, you're gonna run into your doom. That's pretty much what's going on in this place. But this is a perfect storm of destruction for this place, and which is gonna have to bring that cruel Lord to try to regulate things. We know they just want full world dominance and control, but as a bad a sight as all of this is to the world, to the average human being that believes earthly things, man on earth, right? This is, what do you mean there's a famine? We're all gonna starve? What do you mean there's deadly storms and there's not gonna be enough food and there's gonna be these crazy fires and slides and death situations and Mother Nature, you know, so to speak, messing up things? Well, to the prophets and to those that believe, these are the most beautiful sights ever, because these are prophecies coming to pass. And we understand what happens after these things, okay? That good things are coming, that the Heavenly Father is involved in this, and He's going to set things right and balanced.
I want to say, they say, I guess July was one of the hottest Julys, I guess, ever, almost ever. You know, the brother was saying you got hotter than,
Over the whole world.
yeah, over the whole world.
Yeah.
Hotter than usual summers and colder than colder winters, you know.
Yeah. Lord is working, man.
I got a scripture for what he just said.
Shaking the hand.
Scripture to back up what he said. This is 2nd Ezra 16, and starting at verse 3. It says, I'll start at 1 actually. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt, and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
I'm telling you that those bad things are coming. That's setting you up that these bad things are coming, man. You got it.
A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it have begun to burn?
And let me touch on that lion in the wood. Now, let's take it back to you guys that watch these TV shows like The Walking Dead. You've seen a lion in the midst of all this zombies apocalypse or whatever, you're gonna be scared of shit unless you're King Ezekiel. You know what I mean? Unless you're the guy that lion is working with. You know? So that's a good thing. That's how these prophecies actually work on our behalf. You know, it said we will be in league with the stones of the field and with the beasts of the field. We should be at peace with thee. So all these things, if you're in the right spirit, the Heavenly Father is going to keep you in the right energy, in the right spirit, to where everything is working with you to make it through all of these tumultuous situations. Okay, and that's key to the faith and the patience of the saints. Okay, so these bad things have to come, so we can work through these situations and with our faith. And make it through the power of the Heavenly Father, while we watch everyone else around us get knocked off, which is a cold thing to have to go through. But hey, it's necessary to get to where we gotta go.
It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Hey, nobody can turn away the plagues from the Yahweh Shah. Nobody. Not even the so-called white man. You think he can. He's not.
Destruction imminent.
Esau is deceived. You know? Esau just playing in the plans of the Most High, man. Okay?
We jump down to verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
Yes, labor pains, man. You know, you have labor pains. You know, they when the child's coming, you know, about to come closer and closer out the womb, labor pains get closer and closer together. What they call it? Contractions.
Right.
You know, contractions 3 minutes apart. Now it's 2 minutes apart. Now it's 1 minute apart. You know, that's how the plague's gonna come, man. You know, it's gonna come so quick. You know, hit your ass with a combo, left, right, uppercut. It's gonna come quick, just like that, man.
Yep.
You know,
Just like they get more power as the fight goes on, like the opponent getting more fierce. That's how this world is gonna treat you. It's gonna get more and more detrimental to you as time goes on. You can't tone it down.
and what's the crescendo? You know, what's the ending? You know, when you go see fireworks or whatever, you got, you see the fireworks, and when the end of the show, almost coming to the end of the
Grand
show,
finale.
the grand finale, the crescendo.
Shit, we all just watched the 4th of July fireworks go off, right? And what happened? And as it goes on, it's more and more. But at the end, they let it all off.
They let it all off. That's how the play's gonna come.
Yeah.
You know.
It says, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
There we go.
I've been seeing, like, you keeping up with the pestilence side of things. You got the West Nile virus coming, hitting people here in the States. You got leprosy. They call it the biblical plague of leprosy. Hitting people.
And
You
then
got these worms, these rare ass worms that come from Asia. I think they call them hammerhead worms, and they're like they carry some type of germ or something like that when you touch it, it causes irritation.
it's like is it like a parasite?
It's like
Yeah,
a
because
parasite.
I think they feed off of the land.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a plague, man.
Remember a few years ago they was talking about the possible black plague in LA.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, this is when it's still so-called considered clean. When we see that these cities aren't clean with all the homeless population that's starting to pop up everywhere in these
Homelessness.
big cities.
Garbage.
And feces everywhere. This stuff is going to build up further plagues.
I got something.
I got some too.
I'll let you be sure, right? This is Deuteronomy 28:60. It says, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee, and also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, that's going to befall the wicked of our people, man. You know, Deuteronomy 28. You know, the blessings and the curses was for the Israelites. You know, so he basically reading the curse that's going to happen when you wicked ass Israelites out there, man. And you niggas wicked, bro.
You need it.
You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, y'all are wicked. Right? Too
Yeah.
wicked, man.
Lord fucking y'all up with the plagues, man.
And like we say,
It's like I watched that movie Sound of Freedom last week.
oh,
And you wicked ass Israelites, you the main people playing a part in that fucking human trafficking, that child sex slave trade and shit, man. That's our people doing that shit, man.
Broke it down.
You know, you people, you wicked ass motherfuckers, we deaf, bro. You know, and the Lord gonna come visit y'all, man.
our people will sell their own children into slavery, man, or into some sex trafficking shit, man. You know, for money.
Yep. Money, bro. Something as frivolous as money.
Crazy.
I had a precept also going back to what this brother read about the pangs and sorrows that come upon the people and how these plagues just keep coming. Right? This is Isaiah 13. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. And everything we're talking about is leading up to that day. Okay, that day of the Lord. Right? All the negativity leading up to that crescendo of the day of the Lord. And to right before the crescendo is the climax. Right? It says, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. This ain't just no regular old plague, man. This is something not only a biblical proportion. Okay, that's the level that this is coming down to. It's a biblical proportion. Yeah. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart, meaning his mind, shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman in travail. Like when you hear a woman describe birth pains unto you, and like the whole process of delivering a baby into the world, they say that's the worst pain they've ever felt ever. Like this the most intense pain that's ever been felt by a human person. And usually men be like, damn, okay, we see how you're getting down. Like, you know, if you're in the delivery room, we see how we can see it in your eyes, like this is something you've never felt before. This is nothing ever on this level, but that's the day of the Lord.
Yeah,
Something that you can't even calculate how bad this is.
Yeah, that's a plague that happened to the women, man.
Yeah.
for disobeying the Lord.
And that type of level is what's gonna be on all the people of the earth. That type of plague or that type of pain is gonna be, and sorrow is gonna be all over the people. It says, they shall be pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And the first thing I think of is like a living nightmare.
Yeah.
Your worst situation, like your worst fears, are gonna come to pass on you.
Yeah, I was thinking the face is flame. It's gonna be literally.
Yeah.
The face gonna be flamed up.
Yeah. But also how it's lit up with energy. There's no calmness going to be in most faces.
Right.
We'll have calm faces because we understand. But those other people aren't going to be calm. They're going to be scatterbrained chicken with their head cut off, running around trying to figure it out, wasting a whole bunch of energy, not knowing which way to go.
Yeah, they shall wander from sea to sea,
Yep.
trying to find the word of the Lord and shall not find it.
Yep. Let's talk about the famine of the word, right? It says, last line, it says, they shall, behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And everything you name, whether it's the famine, the fires, all of those different things, are all rooted in the destruction of this place. Right? It says, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And ultimately, like that crescendo you talked about with the missiles, all that's going to lay it all out. All this is just going to be an uninhabitable land, desert. That was the point.
It'll be a cremation.
Hey, real quick, It talks about y'all's talking about basically being pained, their face being inflamed. Quick precept, Joel 2 and 6, and it says, before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. And when you look up the word for pain, the Hebrew word is chawal, and it says to be distressed, suffering torture. It says
Suffering torture.
yeah, to be to fall grievously with pain, sorrowful, pained, travail with pain. Yeah.
Let's see what that word blackness says. See if it's a different
And
word.
then blackness,
just the color.
it's from the word pa'arawar, and it says a flush of anxiety, meaning dubious.
It's like
Let me see.
Yep.
stress.
That's what I'm.
Let me see. It says illuminated, a glow, a flush of anxiety, blackness.
Yep.
Yeah.
In flames. I had that same word.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be lit up, man. You're gonna be in a negative way excited. It's the stress. But the stress and fear is gonna come over.
But
Yes,
I looked up dubious in the online editor. It says doubtful, uncertain.
Hey, there's nothing more discomforting than having things, bad things in front of you to be uncertain.
Yeah. It says fear. The sense of fear develops.
Yep.
Hey, the fear
Oh.
of death. You know? Fear of death, man.
In the NLT, it says, fear grips all the people. Every face grows pale with terror.
Yep.
When
Yeah.
you know you're about to die,
Yeah.
that's terror. That's
Yeah.
That's
you
real
look at
bad.
the moment like, oh no. We understand it differently, so we don't look at it the same way. But the people of the world, excuse me, they act like once this life ends, they wasted it. You know, if it ends early, they're like, yeah, I fucked up. I was supposed. Nah, man, the way this life is set up, this ain't life. So for us, Jakes, it has positive things going forward. But us in the know, you know, of the hopeful elect, and we look forward to dying gain for us out of this scenario.
Yeah, even the elect's gonna be fearful in that time as well.
Yeah.
What it say in Acts, through much tribulation, until we enter into the kingdom. Man.
And that's exactly what the day of the Lord is setting up. So salvation is on the other side of the day of the Lord, but tribulation is at the day of the Lord. To get through it.
We're gonna do so much killing. And we're like, man, please don't kill me. You know?
And that should be a prayer.
That's what happened in Ezekiel the 9th chapter.
Yeah. He said, you don't kill everybody? Yeah, he asked that question. Yeah.
Hey, it describes the condition of what they call peller, right? It's a medical term called peller. It's something that you experience when you suffer high anxiety. Your blood leaves your muscles. It says peller or paleness symptoms, causes, and treatment. It says shock, stress, and anxiety. You may notice that when you suddenly get shocked or frightened, your body goes pale, and you may even faint suddenly. The emotional distress from a shocking event or a series of events can cause the blood to suddenly drain from an area of your body, or it can lead to a drop in blood sugar.
It's like when they say you look like you seen a ghost.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's really referring to how they look. They look like a ghost, like they get pale.
Hey, people are gonna start seeing bodies, man.
Yeah,
Decay.
literal apparitions and ghosts.
You know, all that. Like that's traumatizing.
Yep.
If you're not a man of war, you know, it'll traumatize you seeing blood. That'll put fear in you, man. for sure. Like, damn, that's me next. People are gonna feel that.
Yeah, one of the plagues that happened in Egypt was the Egyptians were seeing apparitions, ghosts,
Oh, yeah.
you know, spirits, actually seeing the spirit, man.
Heavy.
You know, yeah.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 17.
Not a celestial body, all right? Yeah, you don't want to see that.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 17.
What's I believe it's Hannah, Samson's mother. And the angel of the Lord came to us, very terrified.
Oh yeah, it fell to their face.
It says Samuel, right?
Is that Samuel?
Samuel.
Okay, Samuel before, yeah.
Speaking of what you just brought out, this Wisdom of Solomon 17, and I'll start here at 7. This is for the illusions of art magic. This is 9. It says, for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that pass by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air.
They died for fear.
Man, scared to death.
Scared to death.
Literally.
They died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience, always forecasts grievous things. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth, and the expectation from within being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
The ignorance is not knowing where it was coming from scared you worse than if you would have seen it.
Yeah, so their minds were, like that Ghetto Boy song, their minds were literally playing tricks on them.
You're gonna read it right now.
This is 14. But they sleeping the same sleep that night was indeed intolerable, of which came upon them out of the bottom of inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions.
Ooh, monstrous apparitions. You know? Man. Monstrous apparitions. You can't describe that. And that was the plague of darkness, wasn't it? The Lord plagued with darkness for 3 days. And Esau now talking about turning off the lights, turning off all electricity.
And by the time they're gonna cut off the sun, so it ain't gonna be no light.
Going back to the account you was alluding to, that was Samson's mother and father.
Samson.
The angel came to Samson's mom. She had the encounter with the angel. She went back and told her husband, and then he basically went with her to confront that angel. But then I guess he was looking at the altar, and they saw a flame appeared on the altar, and then the angel just came down. When the angel came down, they both immediately dropped to their face.
I turned it off. It's kind of dark.
Too much power.
Too much power, man. It's a fearful sight when you come face to face with an angel, man. You know? So just imagine how the anxiety when them Egyptians saw them apparitions, man. They didn't really understand what they was trying to figure out what the fuck they was seeing, and it just wasn't, you know, they couldn't rationalize what the fuck it was. It didn't make sense to them. You fear what you don't understand, you know.
And that ignorance, not understanding, made it even worse. Like that's why I said knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of that time. We won't be ignorant of the moment when it comes versus everybody else. Everybody that'll be ignorant of that this is the day of the Lord that's happening is gonna bug the hell out. Probably be scared to death. Like literally. You know?
Like
But you got it.
I was just gonna say, like the brother Zion said, even the elected that day is gonna be.
You're gonna be scared. Yeah.
And we, Lord willing, we be the elect. We know what's going on.
Right.
How much more those who have no idea what they even see?
Exactly. An angel come down and they don't recognize that they're angel. We may recognize. We still gonna be scared, probably fall on our faces, you know. But imagine how these other people gonna do.
Yeah, we start praying.
Right.
We start praying. We start praising the names, blessing the names. You know, these people. What do? They go into shock and their heart gives up.
Yep.
Yeah, they some of these people lose it when they be spotting the chariots up there.
Yep.
Yeah, because they don't understand what they're looking at. But see, imagine if one of the angels actually came down closer than they normally do.
Right.
We stopped seeing them way up there where we got to pull our phones out and zoom in to catch them. Imagine
You'll
if they
catch
was
a
to
dot.
come down to where they're literally like up above you.
And you can see images looking out the windows. You
Bro,
know,
you
man.
probably won't even be able to see that because the brightness
Yeah.
of them.
Right.
You probably damn near go blind if you see them up close. They would have to appear like us
Yeah.
in order to appear to us. You know, that's how glorious. You know, like
Yeah.
that's the glory of the Lord, man. So the average person, you flesh and blood, man.
Yeah.
Can't look upon that and live. You know, that's why they had to come in the form of men. Come down here, creased out with the linen garments and stuff, man. With gold on. Yeah, man.
When the Sodomites saw, when the angels came to Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
Yeah,
They came as men.
they had to. Yeah. Yeah. Because the angels, they have a natural, terrible countenance. You know, like if you knew he was an angel, you more than likely you're not gonna even look up at him. Like you're just gonna naturally you're gonna fold. Like, this is basically the presence of the Lord is here because one of his messengers is right in my presence.
Much like I believe it was in the book of Joshua when they were besieging Jericho. You know, and the captain of the Lord's host came unto him while he was praying, and it
That was
said
the Lord.
that was Yahushua.
That was the Lord.
You know, it said he prostrated himself, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, same thing
The
there.
angel came to John the Revelator. Dropped to his knees, man.
Yeah, that's why.
It's built in. It's built in you, man. You see something, glorified like that. So, who reads? Yeah.
There's 15. Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 15. Yeah, right. Well, partly vexed with monstrous apparitions and partly fainted, their heart failing them, for a sudden fear and not looked for came upon them. So then whosoever there fell down was straitly kept, shut up in a prison without iron bars.
Mental prison. In that movie, I like those movies. That movie Strange Days. There was a point where they put those little things and you could record whatever's in their mind. And then if you go back and play it back, you could watch it. Well, some of them, when they put a thing on it and scramble their brains, and they made them like vegetables, to where they just couldn't see, they couldn't operate, kind of like bugging out. They got into that mental prison, man. It was locked in there, and they're just done. It's like the brains are like soup. Good for nothing now. That's pretty much the effect that had on the ancient Egyptians. So how much more these days? Okay, a lot of you people can't even deal with watching a snuff film on video, let alone being next to something that happens like that.
Scary movie.
Yeah, like they can't even watch,
Conjuring some shit.
yeah, he's bugging out on shit like that. Imagine the Taliban come up and you see him saw somebody's head off right next to him. Imagine a train run somebody over and body part fly the other way and then fly this way. Shit like that's coming.
They was scared of that movie, the Blair Witch Project and shit.
Yeah, they never showed no killing.
There was nothing in there. It was really nothing there.
The ring.
The ring.
Remember that stupid shit?
Kids watch videotapes,
Insidious.
Little girls with long hairs.
Conjuring, all the movies, yeah, that's gonna become reality out here.
What was the one with? It's like a reality. Shit.
Not the Blair Witch.
Nah, it was like.
That was in the woods and stuff.
Nah, it was like in that. It was like in that paranormal
Paranormal
activity.
Bro,
Yeah.
and they never showed that. They just showed shit moving.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
never showed what was causing it. Yeah, man.
There's plenty of testimonies on the internet about people who encountered spirits, you know, demons, ghosts, apparitions, and they know, like they're like traumatized from it. You know, they really can't forget about it or get over it because what they see is it's not natural to them. You know, it's like they can't handle it. The human mind can't handle seeing things like you can't understand.
The carnal mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Can't handle it.
Back in Isaiah 19. It's back in Isaiah 19. This is 7. It says, "The paper reads by the brooks, by the month of the brooks, and everything sown by the brook shall wither, be driven away, and be no more." They go back to the river.
So back to the rivers and lakes.
"The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brook shall lament."
With the hook, the line and hook, you know, the fishermen, they gonna be really starving out here, man.
Yeah, because you know it's bad when you can't cast the line and if you can't catch it, at least you know there's something in there. It ain't gonna be like nothing. It's just not nothing. You could always find a big body of water and pull some food out of there. Well, not this time, not coming in this days. Okay? It's gonna be nowhere you can find food.
Yeah, that's what
People
happened.
gonna be out there swimming, with nets trying to catch it. There ain't gonna be no luck.
Yeah, that's what happened in Venezuela. Once Venezuela started suffering that hyperinflation, fishermen suffered, man. You know, that was a bad case. You know?
Garnus 8. It says, and they that spread their nets upon the water shall languish. Moreover, they that work and find flax, and they that weave network shall be confounded.
We that's making clothes, you know, making attire. You know, that industry gonna fail too, man. Klaus Schwab was like, everybody gonna wear uniforms, man.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have these different clothing companies, man. You ain't gonna have Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all that. Nike, Adidas. You ain't gonna have all that when this new world order is established. You know?
It says on 10, it says, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Surely the princes of Zone are fools.
Yeah, Zone is basically a city in Egypt. So
The Zoans, like, are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaohs is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of the ancient kings? Where are they?
yeah, you wise man of Egypt, you ain't gonna have no answers, man. You know, the council's gonna fail, man. All your dreams of hopefully this place, America, is done. All right, and your New World's order is done as well. That's not gonna come to 100% fruition. You know?
That's why it's going to tell you later on, in a few verses after that, the Lord had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt. You know, it got them, you know, like a drunken man staggering in his own vomit. You know, because, you know, when you out of your mind, you tend to do things that don't make sense. So he's getting counsel, and in everything he's taking from the council, he's doing shit that's further shooting himself in the foot.
Right.
The more you try to do shit, the more you losing the interest of the people, the more you causing harm to the citizens, the more you're putting yourself deeper and deeper into the hole. Economically, politically, you don't realize like you're losing ground on the world stage. You know, he doesn't see that because the spirit of confusion is on him. But all their mind is, well, we think we're making progress. Just keep, you know, throwing these unrighteous decrees out, more legislation. Let's keep on working towards our goal here, even though it's causing more deterioration of the planet, the same planet that he got to live on. You know,
It'll cause more climate change. The devil's trying to get rid of climate change.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna cause more pollution.
And it's funny, that's why I like the analogy that's used of a drunken man, because when you look at it as a drunken man, what do you know? He's thinking he's having a good time by continuing to drink, but what actually continues to happen? What actually continues to happen is he gets worse and worse, further and further from a reality
It's
of
liver star film.
you know, just more and more problems just start to continue on and on and on. He can't walk up straight. He fell and hit his head twice. He just stepped in some shit or whatever. So who knows, stepped in anything, hurt himself. He done talking shit to the wrong. This is what this Edomite's doing. He just keeps drinking, and now realizing he just getting drunker and drunker, making more of a fool. Now he out there butt naked, trying to start fights with people. And everybody can see his shame and see that he already half beat up, you know? And now everybody want a piece of him, man, because he done fuck with everybody now. Okay, this is how, that's why that drunkard, man, when you get drunk more and more, you just become further and further away from acting in a natural, regular way. This man is going full on alcoholic, man. Full on over drinker. I can't, what they say, wine is the rage of a man? Drunkard. Yeah, they say wine is the rage. This man is out of control.
Yeah, he's so damn delusional. He really believes in his own bullshit.
Yeah.
You know?
You ever been around somebody that said, baby drunk, and she be like, you know, I feel like I can fly right now.
Yeah.
And they'll do just not going, no.
They
Bro.
believe their own lies, bro.
Yeah, go get in the shower, bro.
Crazy. It's like it's a web of them, you know? They're spread out throughout the world. The way they do it, man. The way they deceive the nations is crazy. You know, it's lie after lie after lie. He can't go back and try to make amends and say the truth.
What did he say?
He just has to keep lying.
What did he say in that movie, Get Out? He said, party rule number 1, never horseplay with the drunk guy. You know? Don't fuck around with this man at all. Because he's the one guy you don't really want to fight. The drunk guy's the guy you really don't want to fight. Right? Because he don't give a fuck about himself. Wow. He don't have no feeling. He's already numb. That's the Edomite, man. He just gonna, all he wants now, he got a bloodlust for destruction, even at the cost of his own life.
All right.
He that is evil unto himself, to whom will he be good?
Yep.
This man, he's just gonna go all out, man. He don't care who he brings down with. You know? And that's a straight up cancer. That type of mindset. What comes with that? Everybody's taking L's.
Because the cancer got to live with a host. If the cancer kills the host, where the cancer goes? It's going to die with the host.
Yep. That's why these nations are starting to get away from them. They see it's you align yourself with America and the beast, you're taking nothing but L's, man.
Yep.
Look at Europe. Europe keep taking L after L after L because they continue to align with the war. You know?
Once you're gonna wise up and know that
That's
you
why
the
they
problem.
eventually they're just gonna be like, man, fuck this, man.
I hate the whore.
Revelation 17 shows you that, the beast shall hate the whore, man. These European countries that's allied with America right now, eventually they're gonna hate the whore, man. They're gonna wake up from their drunkenness. And they're gonna shoot their missiles in here on America, man. Those missiles are gonna be accompanied with Russian missiles, Chinese missiles, Iranian missiles, North Korean missiles. All right, missiles from everybody. Yep.
Back with Isaiah.
Yep. Back in Isaiah 19 and 13, it says, the princes of Zoan are become fools, the princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt.
Was that the precept in I think Jeremiah 49 when it talks about the wise men of teeming perishing? Yeah, he saw he he's known for his wisdom, but even his wisdom is perishing. You know,
Running out.
he's running out. That's why he has to keep relying upon the witches and the wise men, his warlocks. He gotta depend upon CERN and communicate with spirits. This is the only way. Keep the demons conjured up. Portals, dealing with spirits. Like we always bring that out in Ephesians. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, powers, spiritual wickedness in high places, and the rulers of the darkness of this world. That's the only way to keep themselves prominent and dominant is to, they have to deal with that left-hand power. But how long is that going to continue if that power is starting to diminish? They're starting to lose that power.
Jeremiah 49, we'll start verse 7. It says, concerning Edom, thus said the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, as we're talking about, right? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would not they leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and one of his secret places is that he wants everything. He don't just want enough that's enough for him. He want it all. It's the difference when you want something for you. You want what everybody else got. You don't want nobody to have nothing but you. More than you want for yourself. You don't want us to have nothing. You know what I'm saying? How wicked is that mind state? I'll destroy it all so they don't get nothing, even if I don't have to get nothing. That's more of his concern. And now that we understand and starting to understand the way this devil thinks, that he's just all about destruction. He ain't about long life. He's about destruction, even to his own detriment. That it's a corrupt thing to be a part of that mentality, which most of our, the majority of our people are, the 2/3. And the world has fallen for it for this long, but they got to wake up at some point.
It shows how envious he is of Jacob.
Yep.
The fact that he's just trying desperately to, he's trying to, it's almost like he's trying to formulate his own version of the birthright. He wants
and keep us away from ours.
Total lordship over the people.
Yep.
People bowing to him, and him, having immortality, everlasting life.
Yep.
He envies that. He knows that that's going to go to Jacob.
Yep.
So he's doing everything in his power to try to achieve that the artificial way.
It's also a rebellion against the Most High Power,
Yep.
Basically saying, I don't need you.
Yeah.
I can do this myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll read it again at 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, talking about us, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? This man looks like he'll never be punished, but will he go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation and a reproach, a waste and a curse, because this is we're reading in that chapter, right? The 19th chapter. And a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes.
All the time about Edom.
Yep.
Which is the city in Edom.
That's right. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come come against her and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. Everybody's turning on this Edomite. They're realizing that this Edomite ain't right. Only reason they're even dealing with like the Russians is because, for one, the prophecy, and for two, they're trying to deal on a reasonable level. But the West, particularly this beast and the whore, they ain't dealing right. They ain't dealing right at all.
Like we said earlier, we were basically talking about Republicans. Russians are like more conservative than the Edomites over here.
Yep.
Russia
They're more
down
reasonable to
that,
deal with.
that gay shit. You know, Russia is promoting families.
Yep.
You know, man and woman, children. You know, the hierarchy of the family.
They're into natural foods,
Natural foods, yeah.
organic
that
foods.
alphabet over there.
Yeah.
They'll arrest you for having
GMOs and
children
shit.
with your alphabet.
Yeah.
It says 16, only 2 more verses, 3 more verses. It says, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, thou, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, that goes into once this man started creating space programs, man, back in the 60s.
Yep.
You know, so when they shot their space stations up, you know, late 60s, that's when the Lord said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna send out, you know, the prophet, you know, about business.
Beginning of the end.
You know,
Yeah.
hey, that's because when the Lord sends a prophets out into an empire, that particular empire starts to go down. The prophets prophesied death into that place, man. The destruction of that particular kingdom. That particular kingdom was wicked. Yeah.
17 says, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at at all the plagues thereof. Going back into the plagues, right? All the shit that's happened to this place. Verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it.
Yeah, that's over here in America. So Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0. All right, that's going to be via thermonuclear destruction. Okay, that's the modern day fire and brimstone. Okay, it's a thermonuclear missile. All right, you got more.
It keeps going. It said, I'll just read kind of quick. Y'all jump in wherever. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the habitation of the strong, but I will suddenly make him run away from her, and who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her. For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time? Who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purpose that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
It was that least of the flock. You, damn state of Israel, you Edomites over there, you know, you small heads. You know?
Amalek.
That's the least of the flock. You know?
It says the earth is moved at the noise of their fall.
It's like it. Amalek is part of the. If you think about it, this whole Ukraine situation with Russia, that's Amalek.
Yep.
Zelensky,
A war with Russia.
yeah,
Yep.
that's Amalek over there.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna draw out Babylon. You know, once that Iran and Israel war gonna start popping off, you know, that's gonna force America to you know, jump in.
We already know whose side
Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Persian.
They got that Kalishnikov over there. You already know what they got deals, they got history with. You know? But this is beautiful. You know?
Yeah, it's, I mean, really, it's like Esau is getting ready to fall by one of the curses that the Lord put on us, and I'm gonna explain which curse that is.
Yeah.
thine eye shall be evil towards the brother of thy bosom. That's the division between these Edomites.
Yep.
The Russian Edomite versus the American Edomite.
Western Edomite or whatever.
Yeah.
Or trying to think what I don't know which. When you go into the Dukes of Esau, it pretty much will list. We know that the Russians got to be one of them Dukes, and we know that Amalek is the grandson. So there's the family right there. The family is right in there. You know those are those same families from that same progenitor, like we're the children of Israel fighting against each other. Those are the same families fighting against each other.
Just like how we used to have wars amongst the tribes.
Yep.
You know, the Lord put that divide between the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom after the death of David and Solomon.
Yep.
That was part of the curse of the Lord stirring up that division between us. And for a long time, the tribes couldn't really get along after that. You know?
And you gotta know, them Amalekites are fucking selfish, man. They don't even want to share their own people.
Yeah, they don't consider the rest of the Edomite families.
Nope. They probably rule forever if they at least did that. You know, imagine if Russia and the West would have
They wouldn't.
together.
They wouldn't be divided.
Yeah, they rule the whole earth with the hammer. You know, with war, with the sword.
That's how you know it's the same souls, because
Yep.
during the Greek Empire, you had the same thing. They were both battling for dominance of power and control of land and resources. That was what those dynasties were about. The Ptolemaic dynasty and the Seleucid dynasty. They were just constantly at each other's throat, man. War after war after war, bloodshed. That's why it tells you that when they came into power in the earth, evils multiplied in the earth.
Right. I got a precept.
Yep.
On Amalek, Numbers 24:20. And when he looked on Amalek, Balaam looked on Amalek. When he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Yep. Amaleks are basically the elites of Esau.
Small hats.
Small hats. The top elite bankers, they consider themselves small hats. You know?
Because they want to be known as the children of God.
So-called Jewish men.
Hey, like that same verse, like it says that he shall be the first of the nations. Meaning he should be basically the chief, the top head of the people. Somebody that's the head, he usually has the command. He has rule.
Brain is
He
in
has
the head,
authority.
the pineal, all that stuff there.
Yeah.
Ruling the rest of the body.
Yeah.
Just the people.
Yep.
You know,
And that's
that-
pretty much Zionism in a nutshell.
Yep.
You know?
You got a word or something?
No.
Okay, I got a couple more verses. Verse 21, it said, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall, which we know the day of the Lord ends. We were talking about it. The noise of their fall. What's the noise of their fall? It's missiles. The whole earth is going to hear it, and it's going to shake like the earth is going to shake like a dragon to and fro. When you start piecing these prophecies together, you can see the full piece of it. This is way back when Edom wasn't even in rulership, but prophesying their downfall. Right? It says, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of the woman in her pains. So Sean is going to come off of
2 13.
exactly. I got it. Yeah.
That was going to fear. They're going to fear, man.
They're the main ones that's going to fear. They're already nervous because they seeing these chariots flying over as a sign of their destruction. They know how this Bible breaks down, that them chariots is going to be up there when it's time for them to go down, and that we be on these corners talking about them chariots when it's time for them to go down. Economy, war, all these things that they're hoping would be the springboard into their NWO is also the signs of them being destroyed.
But their fall, that's only the beginning
Yep.
of their torment.
Yep.
They're going to be turned into the rich men with Lazarus.
Yep.
Now it's their turn to Yeah,
To beg for crumbs
be
on the
begging, to be the tail.
Yep.
You know, the downfall, the overthrow of the NWO. It's not the end all be all for them either,
Nope.
because they're still looking at a sentence,
1,000
1,000 years
years.
of prison. You know, to get thrown in a prison, and you're gonna be used for hard ass labor, man.
An extension. Extinction. After 1,000 years.
You're getting a death penalty after your
Yeah.
your sentence is due. You know?
If I was getting a death penalty, I'd have a nigga try to, if I was going to jail for death penalty or something like that, I'd be trying to kill somebody to where they killed me, or I wouldn't work. But you gotta work. We gonna make you work, and then at the end, you don't even get out. You don't get no conjugal visits. You know what I mean? You don't get nothing good coming to you. Just all bad at the end of your sentence.
They're gonna win.
I just thought about it. You know how the Italians, take, if they try about to murder your ass, they make you dig your own grave.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And I
That's
think
what-
I think we're gonna make them Edomites dig their own grave.
I ain't digging
in the earth.
Yeah.
Get in the motherfucking pit and gonna burn the ass up.
They're just gonna
Thus
be
saith the
digging
Bible.
for 1,000 years, bro.
Hey, thus saith the Bible.
Hey, say he shall have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy.
Yep.
Yeah, see, he done sentenced somebody to 25 years to life.
Yep.
Well, his sentence is gonna be 1,000 years to eradication.
Yep.
Hey, think about it. Like when Jake's when the most wanted, hated criminal, Jake, when he finally receives a sentence and then he has a death penalty, an execution awaiting him. On that final day when he's getting ready to get executed, you don't see no Edomites talking about some. Man, why he played out his sentence?
Yeah.
Why don't we just let him go? Like he served his sentence. They don't start showing all this mercy and compassion for him. On the day that he's getting ready to get executed, the motherfuckers feel fucking satisfied. They're rejoicing. They're happy as fuck that he's getting ready to go down.
Remember they tried to do that shit with Tookie and they tried to they like to come like they ain't gonna, man. They ain't gonna care about that nigga. They killed that nigga, man.
Governor ain't coming.
They act like they do something by giving you a last meal,
Yeah, man.
your favorite food.
You think in the kingdom when that day finally come, that 1,000 year, when it's finally time for to put his ass out the earth for good, you think that we're gonna have a gathering like let's have a moment of silence for our brother Esau?
Or it's gonna be protests like this is inhumane.
Like it's gonna be some,
Everybody gonna rejoice.
We're gonna be we're against capital punishment and all that shit. Like no.
It ain't gonna be nothing like that. The whole world's gonna be ready for that day.
The trees gonna be swaying and singing.
Like, trees do that.
Yeah.
Trees do that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, don't when trees do that, it sound peaceful. Hey, this man is gone.
Moving
He gonna
his
be-
position.
Man, he gonna love it.
Yeah, it's just the scripture says that the
Singing
fir
and dancing.
tree.
Yeah.
Break out into singing.
That's right.
Yeah. Was that Proverbs 11 and 10, and it says, "When it goeth well with the righteous,
Oh, yeah.
the city
Yeah.
rejoice, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting."
Celebrations.
A celebrating shout.
Yep.
It's good, that lets you know that the creation, creatures, humans, like, for the most part, even some heathens, they understand judgment, to an extent.
Man.
They know when a wicked motherfucker needs to go.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing to get rid of it, or him.
Judgment is something to be rejoiced.
Yeah.
This is judgment. Like this is the ultimate vengeance story. Like you just gotta avenge all the wickedness that this devil done.
Because everybody.
That's justice.
Everybody was going through it with this man.
Yeah.
Everybody's being oppressed one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
The whole planet Earth.
Everybody and everything.
The devil was like,
Hey, when Haman, when he went down,
yeah.
after he got hung up on the gallows and everything, he tried to get us to get hung on the gallows But when the Lord had it to where he got duped, you know, he got put in his own trap that he tried to set for us. We rejoiced. We had a feast off of that shit. We got a feast that we keep to this day for that because of that shit.
It was aiming in his own family.
Hey, when we read the story, it's like, fuck yeah.
Hell
We're
yeah.
like, fuck that devil,
I get
man.
happy every time Purim comes and I read that, man. I'll be, man, my spirit get amped when I read that.
Let me read the
Fuck
same
yeah,
verse
man.
in the GNT. It's Proverbs 11:10. A city is happy when honest people have good fortune, and there is joyful shouts when the wicked die.
There it is. We see motherfuckers like vocab on that day, bro.
Man,
We're gonna know it's him.
I'm popping a whole bottle of Don P or something. Vocab.
We
Like
got
if he,
some way greater shit than that.
no, I'm talking about now.
Oh, you talking about
Right now.
Oh, just
Now.
happened to Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we gonna get, I'm gonna get
Like a $400 bottle too. But you know, he may make it to the missiles. You know, Lord willing, he does.
You need to understand, yeah. I want him to see the whole thing that we were talking about.
No, but to see, man like Kill Gates,
Oh yeah.
man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be something.
Yeah.
You know, we're really gonna be celebrating when we see him.
We're
Change.
still able to do videos.
You know?
They all gonna have a good spirit on the video.
See those guys, those talking heads.
Yeah. Ferrari, all of them.
All of them.
Swabs.
Oh,
You know, to see him working hard,
Oh yeah,
the sun.
that's gonna be a sight to see, man.
You know, begging for a drop of water.
Yeah, some salt water. Drink some water.
You drink your own sweat.
Some salt water.
Sirach 25 and
Try
7.
for you, E. It says it'll be, man.
There's a Sirach 25 and 7. It reads, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Man. Hey, that's a beautiful thing to see the fall of your enemy. Think about it, man. To finally see your arch nemesis be defeated. Even if it's bad, even if you ain't the one to defeat them, you still feel good about when they go down. You love for it to be you.
When the curses get put up on a nigga and you see like the effects of it,
Yeah.
bro, it's beautiful, bro.
This was a nigga that did this. Oh.
For real.
Hey, and the Lord is gonna use this man, you know, to judge him too.
Yeah.
You shall be my weapons of war, battle axe, weapons of war, man. So he's gonna give his man that honor, that what would be that word, like the privilege,
Yeah. The honor.
you know,
To see it, yeah.
to
The satisfaction.
take part in the judgment of these devils, man.
There's Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem
We're going to learn the Lord's vengeance by him giving us the type of spirit of vengeance that he has. We can't even do it. These bodies can't inhabit that type of anger that the Lord has set up.
They can't execute the judgment either,
No, we're too compassionate.
you know.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna be able to go deep into what they were doing, see everything.
Mad about it.
You know, that's really gonna put the anger in us.
Imagine if you're able to see what this individual has done in all his lifetime. Like this spirit of the wicked has done in all their lifetime.
All
You
those,
won't have no
We're
problem
back to
taking them out.
the time of Cain and shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
The Mac.
Yeah.
See fucking pedophiles and shit, bro.
The shit that they done to our Jake babies and children. Kind of
The
shit.
time your family
That's
lost
gonna
all
put.
that, you know?
Think of the anger that's gonna make.
Columbus, sex trafficking,
Yeah, all that.
all that shit, man.
Cutting the breast off the woman so she can
Yeah.
suck.
Or
Bro,
doing the experiments on the so-called black woman. They used to do.
It's just
They did to the Gadites.
Yeah.
they just came out with it's been an ongoing court case for like years. I mean, it's still going, but there was a woman, Jake woman named Henrietta Lacks, where they basically had a bunch of scientific advancements. From taking tissue from her body. She had she had cancer within her uterus, which I think Esau gave her that shit anyways. But what they did was they gave her what was that? It was some element, and they basically literally put the element right on her on her productive organs, and it caused the cancer to multiply, man. But they took the cells from her after she died. And her family didn't even know. They actually asked the family, could they take them? And the family said no. But they did it anyways, man.
Why even ask? Fuck.
Right.
So
Sure.
shit like that is gonna be known unto us. We're gonna really see what they were doing, all the shit they did. So you see it on real life, you see it like as a vision, what they were doing. Think of the anger is gonna put in you, what they did to your forefathers, man.
Hey, even Stephen from Django, he rejoicing from that day.
Yeah.
When the Edomites get wiped out.
Like Charleston White time.
Cause it ain't gonna be a Stephen anymore. Jay gonna be in their right mind, but even the coons are gonna be meditating terror.
Yeah.
Got a quick piece of. 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah. Break it down, man. Break it down. Got it.
Well, pretty much what we're talking about here. Yeah, I mean, Esau has been troubling us since day one. We're gonna get revenge, and it's payback time.
It's righteous to do.
And it's gonna be righteous.
That's Revelation 13, 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read Revelation 13, 9 and 10.
Revelations
13:9.
He that have an ear.
And that's the balance of the Lord too. How
All right, Revelations 13:9. If any man have a ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So all of those that are clean, this is what we're hoping for. That have been washed by the waters of the word. We're hoping for this. We're praying for this. This is where our patience and our faith lies, that this happens. Things we're talking about, from Babylon going down or America going down, right? All these Edomites rulerships going down, to them going into that hardcore bondage and slavery, us being rescued, and all the way to their killed with the sword.
Try to break that scripture down to a Christian. Oh no, God,
That's not what it means.
everybody.
That's not what it means.
That's not what it means. Christianity done, man. False prophets are done.
Yep.
It ain't working over here, man.
You simple niggas simple jakes that believe in the angles of Christianity. What do you got? What do you got for yourself? Like, what future do you have? To be rich in a collapsing economy? What do you have? Like, they got nothing. All you get on, well, Jesus is gonna make it all right. What if Jesus turned to a mean slave master on your stupid ass? Because he looked like them, your slave masters. You don't think that could ever happen? Clark Schwab is gonna make sure that Christianity come down hard on you too. Watch. Hey, y'all gonna get persecuted, man. Y'all gonna get persecuted for believing in that. And I mean, because we all gonna get persecuted for believing in this Bible, but you ain't got no faith and no works behind it to be protected.
Most Christians are gonna fall in the hour of temptation real quick.
Yeah.
They gonna make
They gonna have no
Christianity
faith.
make it seem like that's the right way to go.
That
God
ain't.
ordained the powers to be to do this for us.
It ain't the MOTV.
Yeah, this ain't the MOT.
Saw how they was when it came to the JAB.
Yeah, they was quick to go back to church.
You couldn't go into church unless you showed proof you had this shit.
Yeah.
You got the shit, and then you still got to put a mask on.
Yeah. It's the temple of the Lord, but you gotta wear a mask when you go serve him.
It's pathetic, bro. No faith, no boldness, no nothing,
Don't
man.
it say,
No backbone.
was it the wings of the Lord, the health and the wings of the Lord, or something like that?
Healing.
Healing. where's the healing at? Where's the faith of that healing? If you believe that you're doing the right thing by going to church, you believe in the right thing, you can't be healed from something like that. You gotta go get that to do it. Stop.
Where are
I
those
don't
pastors
imagine.
that make people?
Yeah, where's that at? I'm going, what was that, Copeland? Copeland? I'm gonna blow the winds on you. Fuck out of here, bro. Shit got worse.
What that other shit that Miracle Water or something they used to sell on TV?
Christianity's the biggest joke on.
Low Kobe and all.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Fucking con artist, man.
Worst
That's-
joke going.
He's a fucking con artist, you know?
Got
Just
something?
straight up lying to you.
Well,
all
I
the
had
time.
something, but it passed.
I got something too getting on that.
No, just bring it.
Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. Right? And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
Somebody grab John 4:22. Contrast this scripture.
A lot of you Israelites that took that jab, you didn't take counsel of the Lord. You know? And they're not in these churches, it's prophets, man. Let me read that again, or?
Yeah, let him read it, then you go back.
It is John 4:22, and it reads. Wait, you said John 4:22?
Yeah,
You know,
true worshipers.
yeah. It says, "Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship.
Yeah.
For salvation is of."
They don't even know what they're worshiping. They don't realize the idols that are in their belief system, nor the enemies that set up their belief system. Go ahead.
For we know what we worship. It's like, yep. For ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
That's the difference. What the brother was saying. You read, how did you go?
Isaiah 30?
Yeah, that's what you read.
Isaiah 31. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of
They
me.
take counsel, but not of me. We know what we worship. We know that who we worship has real counsel of wisdom. But you people are just taking the fucking lies, man. The con. You're falling for the con. It's really the okie doke, because it's clear this shit never has worked for our people. We're in a worse condition. Hey, because Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Dr. Reverend, whatever his name is, was a civil rights leader. Now that involves the church in this movement. Nah, there wasn't no church in this movement. Civil rights shit got worse after civil rights. If that was 50 years, 60 years ago, why are we in the same, if not, because some people think we're in the same condition. This is worse. It should be healed and perfect by now. After them speeches, and I have a dream speech, the world should be perfect. We should all be hand in hand, everybody rich, no more poor, happy, there should be no more racism, all this shit. But what is it? Shit is worse than it ever was. And when this race war comes down, that's when you really gonna know that nothing that man put out there and none of them speeches is gonna ever happen.
Michael King did right there. I have a dream speech.
Right.
It was a small hat. I forgot what his name was.
Bear
Rustin?
No,
that was
Stanley Leviston.
Stanley Leviston. Bear Rustin was
He was a civil rights dude. But yeah, he was a homo. He was a
Yep.
bro.
And he did say Michael King on purpose, by the way. But that was just showing the contrast. They took counsel thinking it was of the Lord, but it wasn't of the Lord. But we know what we worship. We understand through our faith that this is the right thing. Why? Because he's also showing the signs and the tokens of the times, proving that this is the right thing. How many brothers have used the name of Yahweh Shem Shai in some trouble and it worked out? And all the years our people been calling on Jesus, this shit ain't ever worked.
Hey, that dude wasn't saying, oh, to Jake that they're superior, that they're
Right.
chosen,
Right.
they're
That
different.
we
you
gonna
know?
be in peace.
He was basically trying to make you equal to the devil, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
Integration.
integration. Yeah.
That's when as soon as you integrated, that's when your family broke up.
Yep.
is when your woman started to become
Turn.
a feminist and turn against you
She
men.
became more masculine. She became
Yeah.
harlot for others. You know, the worst of our people was seen after that moment.
That shit was an epic fail for our people, man. And that's what even he realized
Yep.
what he did was a fail. 'Cause right before the Lord put his ass out,
Yep.
you know, he said, I believe I'll let my people into a burning house.
He made that I Have a Dream speech about 63, but he made that statement and was killed in 65, wasn't it?
That was the I think to the mountaintop.
69,
68.
68.
Yep. What was the name of that one?
I believe so.
I Have a Dream.
Yeah.
The one that he said that?
Yeah.
So that was that showed you that counsel was not of the Lord. It was taking counsel, but not of Yahweh Shai. Around that same time is when you had Abba and men like that out there.
Yeah.
Who you think they was hearing?
Yep.
Were they hearing, you know, the men who spearheaded this truth? Or the Malcolms and the Martins and them type of figures, them compromised, you know, false messiahs that Esau was putting up.
Yep. Now understand in front of the world on the platform. They'll never put this truth on the platform. The only reason this truth is going to hit the platform is because you can't ignore it at a certain point. To demonize it. Whatever y'all got.
I can finish reading on Isaiah.
30.
Isaiah 30, 2. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked of my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yep.
Therefore,
If you go back into that history, this is when the Babylonians were risen up, and you know they had an outstanding army that, you know, at the time you couldn't really, none of the nations could fuck with them. They were so strong that Egypt had to form an alliance with Assyria.
Yeah.
And Israel saw that alliance, and they want to be a part of that alliance, just to see if they can take down the Babylonians. You know, they didn't try to go to the Most High and set up a prayer to Him to see if is He going to be able to fall into our hands. We normally would have counsel from the Lord or from a prophet, indicating, if we're going to be successful in battle, you're going to give them over to our hands, or you're going to be with us. Angels going to be with us. But instead, they was putting their trust in Egypt, the Pharaoh at the time. And that's when Babylon risen up and took down the Egyptian armies, the Assyrian armies, and Judah got caught up in that. Some of the kings, they were still getting kidnapped and taken over to Babylon.
Yeah.
But the prophets already told you that was going to happen. Y'all chose man over the Most High, and you was going in your idols. So you been checked out from the Lord.
You had a bad report.
Bad
man.
report.
That's why they didn't want to hear it, huh?
Hey. So when it came time for them to get judged, the Most High didn't want to hear it. That's why He told Jeremiah, don't lift up a cry nor a prayer for these people. You don't want to hear it, man. I'm not going to hear them when they fast. None of that.
so Amos there too. Amos 5.
You know, I do
I hear the songs without mouths, the songs won't accept their fat beasts, their sacrifices. Nope.
The Most High is patient and long-suffering,
Yep.
But there comes a point where enough is enough.
Yeah, trying to play with Most High for a fool, man.
Yep. Take His kindness for weakness, how they say it in the world.
Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Yep. So, hey, the ones of our people that trust in this American American philosophies, societies, these democracy and all that, that's gonna be a shame, man. That's gonna fail you. Okay, you ain't gonna have no outreach to nothing. All right.
Yeah, they're too dependent on the government for everything. You know, the water goes out. The government's gonna fix it real quick. Everything. You know, the banks. Now you're not able to withdraw money. They expect the government to do something real quick. But all that is gonna come suddenly, man. There's not gonna be no help. You know, no help.
I'm gonna read that in the NLT. It says, "But by trusting Pharaoh, you will be humiliated, and by depending on him, you will be disgraced."
You will be disgraced.
Basically, depending on them, you're gonna eat a missile.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's just gonna be the end result, you know.
Yeah, because he's not gonna lead you into a way that is good.
At all.
You're gonna be disappointed first. And then
He's
destroyed.
gonna lead you into a trap, a snare. Okay? He's gonna sell you a false dream, man. That things are gonna get okay. They're gonna return to normal if you just just put your hand right here.
Yeah.
You know, and take it. Bend
Come on,
over.
get this UBI.
You know, you'll get your $2,000 a month. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll still get your life back. You'll be able to go to your local concerts. You can go see the game. You can go to the gym. You can go to your restaurants. You can go to your job, clock in, clock out.
Still slave.
You know, you can still do all that. Just hey, you know, this is the only solution. You know?
No condition.
Put your trust in that if you want to.
The end thereof is fire and brimstone, man.
Nobody, they ain't got nothing. The one in Isaiah 36.
I'm there. That's fine.
Yeah.
Isaiah 36, I was going to start at 5, I'll read it. 5, it says, I say, thou sayest, I say, says thou, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for war. Now on whom dost thou trust? That's what America is now going to start to speak. By taking all them things away from the people and going, now we got to go to them for the one of all things. Who else you going to trust in? Who restored all these things to you? You know, either Joe Biden or one of these other guys, you know, or Trump or somebody. They expecting a man on earth to do it, to restore all these things, right? So now, in whom dost thou trust, that thou rebellest against me? Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Yep. Said,
Hey, you niggas, y'all wanted Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yep.
We will never forget how niggas celebrated when he got up in
That
there.
nigga was crying, bro.
Yo,
They was rejoicing and crying.
they act like he was the embodiment of Yahweh.
Who was the one coon nigga that was on CNN crying and shit?
Was a bald head nigga?
Yeah, he wear glasses.
Yeah, had like a little goatee.
Yeah.
I could see the nigga's face, but yeah, crying about his daughter or some shit. Yeah. Man, what is his name?
Yeah, like he just received salvation. And now look at this shit now.
Yeah.
All type of foreclosures,
Yeah.
all type of evictions, all type of layoffs.
That man's daughter probably moved back in with him.
Yeah.
Van Jones.
Van Jones.
That nigga, man.
That clown. That
Yeah.
coon.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
That shit was a disgrace, man. But that's how they was feeling then. But you see that they don't have that same energy now.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you put your trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. The Lord said, "Cursed be he that put that trusteth in man." You know, you were not supposed to be a part of it. All that politics and that voting shit, believing in this system. You forgot what you came over here for.
God, you forgot you still perfect. Jake is still 3/5.
Exactly. That was another low moment in Israelite history, man. That was a very low moment. But now you getting what you get now. Out of control. Your cities are out of control. It's dusty, dirty, disease-ridden, crime-filled,
Homeless everywhere.
homelessness every fucking where.
Tent cities.
Tent cities,
I had one.
campers.
Yeah.
You know, businesses can't stay up because they got a fear of motherfuckers running in there and robbing the place.
Yeah. What's gonna happen?
These are robbers.
What's gonna happen is a lot of insurance companies are not going to be able to cover these.
Yeah.
They're not going to give policies to these businesses, knowing that you know.
You shouldn't be in that city.
Right.
You shouldn't be in Los Angeles or San Francisco.
Yep.
Trying to do your business. You better be, I don't know, somewhere safer than this. So-called civilized people.
Yeah, all those businesses are pretty much just gonna move up, either
That's
disappear,
the other side.
or move out to those Republican places only. You know.
I think we got a high-end mall in San Francisco that just shut down. I think.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
It's over.
it's up there. It's straight up chaotic out there.
Somebody said the Lenox Mall, which is like the upscale mall in
Atlanta.
It was like a graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the mall, buy yourself some stuff, you know, and then a group of monsters, pack of niggas, man, some damn fucking hyenas, some wild dogs, you know, run up on you, snatch you for your
They
goods,
snatch your
man.
shit and the Foot Locker shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Trample you.
Yeah, that's also in Isaiah 19 we can get to, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Go there now.
When the spirit of Jake's becomes just wild, man.
That's putting the spirit in government and the Edomites, the regular Edomites, to hate you even more.
Yep.
Now the regular Edomites are seeing you like, okay, yeah, these niggas are out of control, man.
Now it's coming to what they always was putting on us. Now we're fitting it now.
Yep.
Now we're
Yep.
actually beginning to fit all that animalistic nature shit that they said about the niggas. They're like they from prison. They live in the hood. They have us like fucking zombie, not zombies, like ghouls and shit, eating on each other, just fucking crazy.
I'm waiting to see a group of these jakes that go into these stores to get gunned down
Yeah.
by one of these owners.
You know it's
That
coming.
story happening.
You know?
You know it's coming.
They're gonna start gunning them down. Because right now you just able to go in a Walgreens and steal everything you want.
Now Jake's gonna start making guns to that.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be
Hey, shoot out for what? Bullshit, bro. JB still some bullshit, bro.
Then we just bring up recently where you have this dumbass nigga. He tried to go in and rob I don't know if it was a bodega or a gas station or something. And them fucking them
Edomites, Ishmaelites.
With a broom.
They beat the shit out of him up in there.
Yeah.
Had his ass crying and everything.
Man,
It was good for him.
they should have.
Shit. Niggas talking shit.
Nigga talking shit. Yeah.
You know? When he got his broomstick to his ass.
Man, I wish
I'm sorry. That was fucking.
I wish they would have had a fucking pipe, man. A metal pipe, man. Steel pipe, beating the shit out that nigga, man. Steel.
Hell yeah.
Hey, 'cause you
I wouldn't have felt
nothing.
nothing if they would have put a hot
Oh
one.
no, hell no. Just like that.
Still in the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Like I said,
That's
if
the
you
point.
the scripture says
means
if
to
you're
feed
hungry,
himself.
if
Yeah,
you're
hungry.
hungry, you can take some, but you gotta restore it.
Yeah, if you get caught.
You know?
Yeah,
But the niggas stealing cigarettes, man.
Cigarettes and tobacco.
Yeah, they have blunt wraps.
Blunt wrap. Like kind of like the nigga that went in that bodega in New York that got. Remember that He stabbed the nigga. Got
I
stabbed.
remember that one.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It was on his curse day, I think. too.
Yeah. Nigga, no. He was
He
fighting.
wanted some shrimp.
Was that the nigga that went in there because the guy said something to his woman?
No, that was a
No,
different.
he-
that was a different one.
That's a different
Yeah, that
one.
was a different.
Yeah. But he got
Look
killed.
at all these damn
Yeah.
situations. Jake getting.
Nigga
laid
tried to
down.
punk them over some shrimp and
Yeah.
got stabbed up.
Yeah.
The other Jay, he,
Thursday.
you know, fucking with Jake mom and got put down.
And remember the niggas, his woman went in there, didn't have no money,
Yeah.
and then they was talking shit, and then her dude went in there and
Trying to stand up for her.
yeah,
Yeah.
put his ass down.
Yeah. I'm trying to be Mr. Tough Guy. You said my mama. Yeah, take that mama voice. Hey, this thing ain't about that. Hey, in every instance, you're supposed to be able to speak as a man. You're supposed to be able to speak to whomever the truth and be like, look, that you wrong. Mama, you wrong. Wife, you wrong. Whoever, daughter, kids, y'all wrong.
Yeah,
Don't do
why
that shit.
are you arguing with a man?
Why are you?
Right.
What the fuck? You didn't have money. What are you going there for?
Well, they
You
being
know,
raised by them.
That's come out of that. You need Jake get caught, they feel a certain type of way, want to go back and have their feelings, you know, try to make their feelings feel better and end up in the grave.
Yeah.
It's good for you guys, man. It's good for y'all. And it's better for you people that see this shit happening and gonna start watching as this becomes the norm in this land.
Hey, but you know what law would take care of all this shit dealing with niggas?
Oh, put the little niggas to death.
Deuteronomy 21.
Yes.
That's what's missing.
Oh yeah. If you have
For
a
everybody.
if you have a rebellious son, yeah,
Yeah.
because it got
Put
until that
niggas to
point.
death.
Yeah, they got to a point where it was like, okay, this nigga don't want to do right.
Yep.
Because all these niggas that we see get gunned down in the street, they had numerous chances
Yep.
to get their shit right. You know, they got out, the judge let their ass out early or they dropped their charges or whatever the fucking situation. They had chances.
Yeah.
So the hell with Jake, man.
So Jake is really fitting these curses worse and worse.
And also, like it tells you in Romans the 13th chapter, that he bear not the sword in vain. Talking about
Yeah.
the wicked,
Yeah.
you know.
He coming down on you, Jace, because you niggas need it. Hey, somebody hit, well, I'll quote it, 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. When all these scourges are for amendment, they will not be mindful of the scourges. All these situations of death and destruction and famine and sword and pestilence is coming down, and Jake's ignored it. Jake ain't coming to the Lord like, hold on, those guys on the corner must be talking about something real. Jake's still trying to do the nigga thing. Trying to be the nigga rapper. How many more rappers gotta get killed, bro? Before Jake realized this ain't the way to go. That being a rapper ain't it. You might as well be in the military if you're gonna be a rapper.
Hey, some nigga rapper got killed at his album release party.
Bro.
Yeah.
Got killed at the album.
Don't
Is
you
that-
invite people to your own shit? They kill you. You know? Jake get killed at Thanksgiving dinner, bro.
Jake,
They get killed at the funeral, bro.
Yeah.
you seen the nigga at the funeral? They put a blunt in his mouth in his casket.
Yeah.
I seen some shit like that. I don't know if it's the one.
Yeah.
I know they was putting all kind of weed and drugs in there with it.
The one was ignorant when the niggas went and stole the body.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was ignorant.
They lit them like.
That's why niggas gotta go.
Go.
Yeah, niggas gotta go.
Niggas are cancer.
They're the undesirables of our nation.
Right.
They gotta go.
Yeah, real quick, Hosea 4
Yep.
and 1. This is in the NLT. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, O people of Israel. The Lord hath brought charges against you, saying, there is no faithfulness, no kindness, no knowledge of the Most High in your land."
No faithfulness, no kindness, no knowledge of the Most High in the land, man. All these niggas are wild animals. Brute beasts. There's no reason to live. You know?
You make vows and break them. You kill and steal and commit adultery. There is violence everywhere, one murder after another.
That when it was, let's say 40 years ago, That was just a stereotype. Now, that shit is actually true. And how do you know it's true? Because it's in the music and niggas is mimicking the music. And we didn't come up with the idea of putting it in music. Let's be real. And we had a playlist of the types of shit that we put out to our people. It was witchcraft on our people. And that's the shit that gets to play. Okay, you don't get knowledgeable information rap no more. Ain't none of that. It was barely it when it was out.
Hey, you know all the niggas seen they clone Tyrone. Like it just tells you in there how the so-called white man is controlling. Same niggas, they nicking again after they see the movie.
And niggas left from that.
They
when
catch on.
Yeah.
They was laughing at the jokes and missed the whole point of the movie. And niggas went out and ate more fried chickens. The whole concept.
Still didn't stop either woman from putting chemicals in their head. Yeah, ain't stopping anything. Niggas eating all that crackhead chicken and wonder why you acting like a crackhead.
Still going to church.
Still going to church, you know.
Still drinking grape juice.
Grape drink.
Drink. He said grape drink too, bro. That shit was hilarious.
I don't know who directed that movie, but that was genius.
Yeah. You gotta put it satirical like that.
Yeah.
Watch it.
We had the church, the liquor store,
Yeah.
the chicken joint.
Yeah.
You had it all.
The music.
Yeah, the pimp, the drug dealer,
Yeah.
the hoe.
It's like it's variations of niggas.
Yeah.
It's like a variation type of niggas.
See, the stereo,
And Esau, he keeps everything in place to continue, like the apostle Aramla calls it, the assembly line of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like he knows how to keep manufacturing and crafting niggas.
Mass production.
You niggas are mass production of Esau.
And here's the craziest part. You can look at the I'm sorry, I heard you say. You can look at the archetype of these different types of niggas.
Yeah.
There's the scholarly nigga with the dreads, right? The college nigga, the athlete nigga.
What's the nigga on
the drug dealer nigga?
The nigga on Menace to Society,
The
one nigga that got shot at the end.
the Trey nigga. Not Trey.
What's his name? You know.
Wait.
The nigga in Menace, the nigga that said, I'm guarding you from drinking this poison. Sharif. It's Sharif ass nigga.
Half Muslim nigga.
Yeah, half Muslim nigga.
The polite nigga. You know, that's one of them. The upper version of that nigga.
Yeah.
The same shit. I mean, you can pretty
They
much
show
go
you
through.
they know how to create these kind of niggas, man.
You niggas fall for it. Y'all watch the same TV shows. Y'all listen to the same music. Y'all smoke the same weed from the same places, the same blunt wraps. I don't smoke the wraps. I smoke them out the blunt. Nigga, you smoking. You're in the lane. Nigga, that's you. You know?
These are the only categories of niggas
Yeah.
you can only be.
That's it.
You know?
And none of them are thinking niggas. Critical thinking niggas. They
Right.
thinkers, they critical thinking niggas. You know? None of them are spiritual. Or they're the wrong spirituals. That's why we're outside that box. When we were woken up, we broke, I don't want to say broke the mold, but we broke that stereotype off of us to where we just walk different with different look in our face.
Yeah, you can't clone us.
Somebody, if an Edomite walk up, a group of Edomites right now walk up and call us some niggas, who gonna get mad? If they don't want to have
We gonna call them some niggas.
yeah, thank you, bro. You know, it ain't gonna fail. We gonna laugh at them or something. But if you let this be
We're gonna tell them their judgment.
right, you let it be a half-ass gang or something, or some street niggas, or some smart book niggas, or Sharif ass niggas, or whatever. What's gonna happen? It's gonna be a fucking the same stereotype niggas from higher learning.
Oh, yeah.
Book smart niggas, right? All of them, you let them, they gonna probably fight. That shit don't faze us. Nigga, the Bible say you going into captivity. You going into slavery like you did us. You know, we tell them their judgment, then they, you know, what can they say? They can't even be mad about it. You know? So breaking that whole stereotype is what this truth does. When it said gird your loin, gird up thy loins
Like a man.
Hey, that's the first thing, and it starts in here. Okay, it starts not like this pops and shit. It's in your mind, but it's some real shit though. You gotta first understand that they got you captive here, and this is where you break free. Somebody grabbed that in And is it John? John 8?
Yeah.
It shall make you free.
Also Isaiah 52.
Hey, when you take prisoners, when they took Jake prisoner, it's a prisoner of war story right now.
Yep.
You know, you're taking captives, man, and these Edomites, man, your arch enemy. He's just been running an experiment on you,
Bro. He keeps recreating the same version of yourself that's been self-destructive to yourself.
And didn't he say that? He said, yeah, we had to keep certain things out of here to keep it pure.
Yeah.
And he said, so you got me and the two people, the pimp and the drug dealer. So you keep us going around to keep us fucked up, and keep our neighborhoods messed up. You have what? I forgot how he said it. He's like, you got me in this.
The only reason I'm here is to keep shit fucked up.
Yeah. The reason I'm here to keep shit fucked up. And the answer was yes.
Yeah.
The answer to that was yes.
You got to keep that wicked cycle going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, notice how when they went down in that basement,
Yeah.
at first dude was like, damn, we got the whole glean.
Yeah.
Then later on, the chick found out. She was like, no, it's only certain
Certain people.
people. The ones
Then they
that was
started
keeping
seeing
shit
themselves in there. She wasn't even in there as one. She was low level.
And that's them basically telling you, this is why we're going to keep these type of rappers in your face. This is why we're going to keep these pastors that keep lying to you in these churches. We're only going to hold these people up. You're going to have to, these are your influence, these are your leaders. This is who you try to strive to be like.
We can
to keep the cycle going.
We can name a few. We named a few earlier. Martin, Malcolm, right? Now,
Farrakhan.
I want to say the new version is Farrakhan. What's the new version also of that? Creflo.
Side nigga.
Now we get into the side niggas. We get into the you can just keep going on the spiritual angle of it. Then what rappers? Remember when activism was a thing? The
Public Enemies.
Marvin Gaye.
No.
I'm gonna go back to Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
He was actually spitting some information about what was going on. Like why we are at war, why this going on with my people, why my city so fucked up. He was putting songs out about that. But now you move forward and what do you see? These niggas are the niggas that's making the city this way. How is Oak Block also considered a rap label or whatever that Treyway or whatever the fuck it was? They also considered a record label.
That's in Chicago, right? O-Block?
Whatever the fuck
Yeah,
that shit
that's
is.
in
Chicago, yeah.
Projects.
But you see how the world is focusing on the wrong shit. They're
Right.
focusing on all the bad things. Let's hit that script. I don't know if you have something.
It's John 8 and 30.
All right, go ahead.
John 8 and 32, and it reads, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's why you have to hear the whole conclusion of the matter. Okay, it's cool to talk about these curses. It's cool to talk about the law, but when you start putting it all in effect and show how some of these curses would be lightened if you followed the law, some of these situations that you be in, if you rehearse the righteous acts of the law, you would avoid a lot of it, and then that's not going to save you. But now your faith and your works of just being the right type of godly person.
Look. Example.
Yeah,
Sweetie from Wish.
there you go. There you go. You always
Hey,
give an example.
I guess you got the pimp in the hole. All you need is a drug dealer now. Drug dealer nigga.
And that's the cash right there.
That's a clone.
Yeah.
Tight cash. That's the word I was
Tight
using.
cash.
Yeah.
That's got the lab up under the strip and shit.
Right. Under Fremont.
Under
Right?
Fremont and shit. Yeah.
The assembly line.
Yeah. Okay, right out the portal.
Right out the pods.
But they
Yeah.
keep this type of thing going. So you gotta, if you could come out here and start thinking about what's actually, like understanding these prophecies and knowing what's actually about to go down, you're not gonna move the same way. If you know that these pagan holidays are just money grabs and things that keep you spiritually dead, you're gonna stop doing those things, and now your vibration is gonna start to do something different. Your money's gonna move a little. It's gonna go thin, but it's gonna move a little bit differently. Your priorities are gonna change.
Hey, any figures among our people that Esau will allow to rise to a certain top spot as far as being a prominent person and having influence, major influence, though that's the person he's trying to clone.
Yep.
anybody that he puts out there and he demonizes and persecutes, he's telling you don't be like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know. So he's not gonna clone the real prophets and servants of the Lord. He's gonna clone niggas.
Yeah.
Because that's more beneficial for his kingdom. So that you niggas can stay where you at, all right, and never get back to that excellency that you once had.
Right.
It's all bad influences.
Yeah.
He influences you by putting these,
Counts them down from his excellency, man.
these bad examples. He lifts them up. You know, he gives them power. He gives them
Give
fame.
him a voice.
Voice, platform. He gives them money.
Yeah.
But they're bad.
Yeah.
But our people, you know, wanting to achieve something, wanting to be something, wanting to look up to someone, they
Yeah.
they
We
take
only
in
know
that
the
form of that individual or female rapper,
Yeah. Oh man.
and now they're fucking clones, man.
Hey, does anybody even remember when there were good rappers, good female rappers?
Yeah.
There's some decent.
Kinda.
90s.
Yeah, the 90s.
Like early 90s.
Like now, there are none. There are no good
all
rapper
ex-
women. Their
strippers
skill
and
is
escorts.
great as far as putting words together, but their content sucks. Their content is ruining the lives of young women, and then you know how you know it's bad? Because these older women are singing the songs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So it's like renewing the old hoe in them.
That's the older women.
Yeah.
All the shit that they wish that they could do, they make them feel like little girls again, and that they could do.
Yeah.
And the little girls seeing grandma and mama love these songs and twerking to these songs, and now what the little girls start doing.
Yeah.
Just creating that same whole cycle that's in it. Even though there's red pill men saying men don't like that shit,
But that's
women talking about we don't need y'all.
that shit.
The clones are getting worse.
Yep.
Yeah, I read a
More
statement
than
earlier. I don't know if you know Nicole Harry Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Light
Married
skin
to
chick.
Boris Kojo.
Yep.
Mhm.
They've been married for like 20, 30 years.
No.
Long
No, I know.
time. They're married
Don't
like
tell me
long
what you
time.
about to say.
She said, quote, she was like, she wish she was single.
What?
You know, something along those lines.
Now listen, 20, 30 years ago, it was like 20, it was a long time. Yeah, they've been married a minute, bro. And when everybody saw that they were getting married, it was like, damn, they both beautiful ass people.
Yeah.
They deserve to be together.
Right,
Both
right.
green eyes and shit, light skin,
Yeah.
you know, old shit. But everybody was like, they fit each other, they match.
Right.
And now you don't want the top nigga no more? Top Jake of the 90s or whatever when y'all got married?
She want to be a hoe.
She want to run out and do all that wild shit. She want to be all over Instagram. He probably telling her no. She can't do it.
she's a thirsty traveler.
Yep. Looking for a new watering hole.
Yep. Open up her quiver.
New fountain. Yep. To get that quiver open.
That's a lesson too. Niggas want to get married.
I got a
Can't turn a
scripture.
hoe into a housewife, man. Do it.
I got a scripture. This is Isaiah 52 and 1. It says, "Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem,
Yep.
the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and unclean.
Yep.
Shake thyself from the dust.
Fusion.
Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion."
Yeah, it's funny when I hear that scripture. Know what I think about? The prisoner that's chained up and just fighting, just trying to get loose. Don't realize they just calm down, sit down, they can unloosen the shit and get loose. They can just sit down and be calm for a minute and think they can get out of it. You know? That's our people though. What you just described was our people in a nutshell.
They can get the truth just by getting
Walking
sit
down the
your
street.
ass down, or come out to the prophets
Yeah.
and hear this word.
And it will give you a righteous direction. Now we know, which you should know, it's not an easy direction to move in, but and you do have to understand what you're getting yourself into and be in it for the long haul. But this is going to be more beneficial and freeing to you than anything else going on in the earth. This is the answer to all. If you can see that if you're sad and crying, you can see that you got a life of problems. This is the answer to it. This gives you everything you need. Look, the
There's
dancing
another
nigga.
assembly
Yep,
line.
the dancing Jake. Man,
That's another one.
Yeah.
them mumble
These
jakes
all like
have
pretty
Oh, yeah.
fun.
those types.
Them mumble jakes be having me rolling, bro. The ones that be doing that mumble rap looking like they convulsing and shit.
What's the name of the one Mexican we always clown that be
Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
What's his
I
name?
forgot his name.
But that's another one.
Oh yeah.
That's another
Yeah.
one. He's another clone.
They can make a fucking another movie on the fucking Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know? Esau left a lot. At least Esau left a lot out in that motherfucking movie.
Yeah.
Because they would have been cloning and flaming moles.
He can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't throw that into that.
Uh-huh.
It needs to be.
The drug addict nigga, they got a bunch of clones of him.
The pill popping nigga.
Yeah.
The last nigga that he became was a Crip.
Yeah.
Crip nigga.
Crip nigga. Gangbanging nigga.
Crip Max and shit. That's another one.
I just wanted to buy you guys something to drink. Okay, for your ministry. You good?
Oh, we good, man.
You good? You sure?
Yeah, we good, man.
We
sell this-
appreciate it, though. We appreciate it, but
Yara Roshon did Inca, Yara Rompoyo Sin did Inca. But I love you with you.
Hey, another clone.
Yeah.
he's a low level polite.
Oh yeah.
Low level, what's the outlaw name?
Napoleon.
Napoleon. There you go.
What's the other one nigga, man, that learned
The outlaws, man. That was
no, it was another nigga from the Outlaws that was bugged out too, man.
Yeah, Jake's just, hey, that's the curse too.
Yeah.
I will smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment.
He know he ain't got nothing good to say about it. You gotta know that. Bro, you want something, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta calm. Hey, Jake just need to sit down, calm down. What group of Jakes don't want a 20? That was at least a 20.
It's 20.
Yeah, at least.
It's 2.
Who don't want that? That's the difference. Any other than clones we talking about with hey brother, yeah, we gonna go get some more liquor, brother. Yeah, my nigga, you good with us? We don't want you to come over here.
God bless you,
Before
brother.
we can even finish telling no thank you, you go off into some Arabic or some shit, bro. You know?
You know.
He wasn't gonna. I was just asking to stay for. Hey, just stay 5 minutes, bro. That'd be good for me if you just stay 5
It
minutes.
wasn't for the Lord.
Wasn't for him.
The Spirit of the Lord turned them away.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Lord put the Spirit on us to turn them away. Like, nah, this ain't for you.
We saw you pop walking up the street, bro. We saw you moonwalking, bro. We was good.
We saw you was a clone
Yeah.
50 feet away.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what's funny? When Jake changed, he only changed from clone to clone.
But yeah.
A nigga like that will grow his braids out, become a gangster nigga, then he'll grow him further out, become a dreadhead nigga that love weed. You know what I mean? Like they'll just keep evolving from clone to clone. They never really break.
He started off as a drug dealer, nigga.
Yeah, right.
And that nigga Tommy Buns on Belly,
Yeah.
that nigga was he went from clone to clone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was.
Street nigga to you know, a drug dealer to a fucking pastor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Conscious.
Yeah, he conscious. Yeah.
Conscious.
Still never make it.
Yeah, man.
Informant.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Y'all got anything else?
Nah, I was looking for something out of
We can close. We're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash.
They want to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. We'll say shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, that's a good thing to call niggas now. Just call them clones.